Welcome to Steel Curtain Productions. Please hit the likes and the subscribe down below in your right hand corner. Muchly appreciate that. Thank you for those who follow, and please share with your friends and family and share with others as well. But if you also come across the video, please don't leave without subscribing and hitting the likes as we delve into Steelers reviews and discuss the team a bit. All right, so we were in week 11, exactly what it says here. Um, great week for us. Great week as we build a strong channel here. The final score ended up being, we'll do the stats and stuff first, 18-16 for the Steelers. And game started off on the right foot with a field goal. And what more can you say about Boswell? He's just money in the bank. So 3-0 in the first quarter. Baltimore, of course, they're not going to sit back. They get 7 points in the second quarter, 6 for the Steelers in the second. And in the third quarter, 3 for Baltimore, 6 for the Steelers. And then, you knew that Baltimore was going to put a push on, 6 in the final quarter and 3 for the Steelers in that quarter. So that's fairly good. When you look at it, they hung on. And this was a really interesting game because you knew, and I thought all along, I'm like I say, proved me wrong. I thought the Ravens would come out with this one because the Henry factor and Jackson, that gives you two sets of wheels that are pretty deadly. But if you can maintain keeping him bottled in like they did today, you take away his biggest threat, which is his legs. And I tell you, then you have a chance of winning because Jackson, very talented, but his legs are his best weapon. His arm, not so much. So if you force him to throw you, you're doing yourself a favor if you can keep him bottled up, and we did. And this was interesting because total yards, they did get more than us. 329 to 303. Passing yards, 207 to 205. That was pretty darn close. Rushing yards, again, 21, 24 to 122. Close again, and this is both of those were in favor of the Ravens. Total plays, though, Steelers 74 to 54. That's a big jump. That's great. But average yards per play, this is really something that usually wins you games. 6.1 for the Ravens, 4.1 for the Steelers. First downs, however, this is a good stat as well. 18 to 16 for the Steelers. So we had the slight edge. Third down efficiency, the Ravens had the edge, 36% to 25. So you knew this was going to be a tug of war battle, slam, back and forth, back penalties. So this is what seemed to do Baltimore in a bit, was the penalties as well. 12 to 7. That's undisciplined. I don't even like our numbers at 7 penalties, but better than Baltimore's in this game. Turnovers 3 to 1. That's a big storyline right there. And that makes a lot of difference in the game when you can force turnovers. Tackle 76 for the Ravens to 49. So yeah, turnovers was 3 for the Ravens, 1 for the Steelers. Tackle 76 for the Ravens, 49 for the Steelers. QB sacks, 4 for the Ravens. They got a pretty solid defense too, and 2 for the Steelers. Sacks lost per yards. This is where we got hit hard. 24 to 2 for us. That's just not a good stat. Time of possession is probably what won us the game. 36.20 something or other. I can't see it past. They block it off on this channel. They don't give you the whole screen, unfortunately, to 23:38. So we definitely took over there. So, summary. 10:43, Boswell kicks 3-0, 32-year-old or 32-yard field goals. And that's a great thing. That gives us a 3-0 lead. At 7:44 of the second quarter, Boswell again, 52-yarder this time. First one was a 32. Gives us a nothing lead. But of course, 116. Who are we also? Was my concern. Derrick Henry rushed right up the guard for a 1 yard touchdown, so that put them up 7-6. And Tucker got the extra point. Oh, excuse me. With 10 seconds left, Boswell gets another um, field goal, 32-yard field goal, and that turns out to be good. So it's 9-7 for the Steelers. Third quarter, we got Boswell again, 10:51, 57-yarder. So that gives us a 12-7 lead. That's a good thing. 6:17, Tucker, 54 yard field goal attempt, and that gets them closing in on us. So it's now 12-10. Boswell, 59 seconds left. He gets a 27-yard one, which is an easy one for him. 15-10 after the third quarter. Then coming out into the fourth quarter, this is crucial. 3:40 sounds like nothing, but Boswell gets a 50-yarder, makes it 18-10. Now, if the Steelers are in the right mindset, they can should be able to hang on, and they did, although they did with 106 left. Jackson deep pass, complete catch to foot by Zach Flowers, 16-yard touchdown, 2-point conversion attempt to pass, incomplete. But this was a good game. They gave that could have tied this thing up. So Steelers defense bends but doesn't break. So this was a good moral victory. What can you say? Looked good all the way through to that point. And so you got to look at the ball turnovers when you look at the storyline. Yeah, it's one of those things. Uh, Russell Wilson seems to be coming through at the right time, and that leadership is making a difference on the field for us. And I don't think they're, and mind you, they're always ready. They're a well coached machine, so that's never. Um, and Wilson did get picked off in the end zone by Humphrey, so there are errant passes, but that was his one. So with that being said, overall, not a bad day at the office. So, with that being said, a good game, I would say. I believe. Excuse me. That's what you want to do. Next week. That's a divisional game, and now we got the Browns. Next week we go into Cleveland. That's going to be a tough game. Cleveland plays us hard, but good job on the Steelers. Congratulations! I'm so proud of my team. I love the way they're playing. I think that getting that receiver, making that receiver trade at the trade deadline, I think it's what Wilson or something like that, Williams. Anyway, from the Jets, I believe it was, and I think that was a wise move. I think they needed to add to the arsenal on the offense a bit, and he seems to be helping, giving them a better variety to throw at. But Boswell, there's the guy. The two stories, bottling up Jackson, containing him. You have to contain a guy who's got wheels like he does, and that's the biggest tall order. And our line did quite well there. You got to do that. You got to bottle them up, and after that, like I say, a lot of times. Excuse me, but early morning. These teams play so hard that it can come down to, 4 field goals by Boswell. That guy has just been money in the bank for us ever since we had him. A lot of, I think there was 350 some odd yarders in those 4 kicks. So great job on Boswell's end of things. Might even been 5 field goals, to be honest. Anyway, with that being said, that he did the major damage of capitalizing on points. Steelers hung on to run the clock, force, not much time left. Their defense managed to keep the Ravens from tying the game. So good job on the Steelers. Good. If they can keep this going, this is going to be something. This is they're really impressing me. And then again, I'm in the same mode next week. Cleveland again, and Cleveland plays us hard, and they get a very super talented team. I give them a slight edge, but I just hope my Steelers keep proving me wrong. And I'm very proud of what they're doing. Just keep it up. Go Steelers, go! Go Steelers Nation, go! So again, a very effective game. That's what you got to do when you're playing the Ravens, especially in these tight divisional games. You got to do some serious containing. You're going to face a really good quarterback again next week. That's got wheels. Same idea. You got to contain these guys or they hurt you. So, but there's a lot of weapons with these units. Different, a little bit different styles of teams, but gritty. Both very gritty teams. What's wrong with Cleveland? I don't know because their record doesn't show the talent that they have, really. So anyway, for us, let's hope that is the case. But we know Baltimore's a well-coached and well-oiled machine, so we expected that, just like we are. That's one thing the Steelers have good is we're well-coached, and Harbaugh and Tomlin, they're hardcore. They're very solid coaches, and that goes a long ways for your organization. So with that being said, Steelers come out victorious, 18-16. I can't believe it. I mean, we're getting deep in here now. Next week's going to be week 12. Can you believe it? Where's the time gone? So we will be back next week. You've seen it here at Steel Curtain Productions. Go Steelers Nation, go. Let's go Steelers, go. Congrats, guys. You did a great job. And yeah, let's just keep this run going and let's hope it carries us to the playoffs and through the playoffs. This would be great. So this was great. You've seen it here. Hit the likes, subscribe, follow, and share. God bless.